Data Smith. Alright, so, morning, how we all doing? Hope we're all doing pretty good today. Going at the Ecto-1 build again. We finally got the new mission. Hey, Braindead. Issue 22, working on. First off, we're going to be starting with the Sun Visor, and it looks like we're going to be moving on to the door sections in this build guide. So that's going to be fun because, like everything else, included with the doors are going to be windows, and the windows apparently have a locking mechanism inside them, and also we'll be able to roll the windows up and down with the window crank control, so that's going to be interesting. Oh crap, I forgot to move my microphone over. I hope everything's sounding pretty good right now, but we'll get that taken care of real quick here. I had everything prepped except one thing. Isn't that just how this goes? But luckily this is not that bad. Hard of a fix, I should say. Unless things start falling, which they very well might as well. Come on. Go down. Let me do my thing. Oh, that's right. Usually I've got connected here. Okay. That's what the issue was. Almost. 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 And there we are. Jolly good. Okay. Okay, now that we got that straightened out. Now that we got that straightened out, I hope that all is better. Morning, guys. Hey, Zippy. Hey, Kay. Okay, first off, well, I guess you could say morning campers, but this is not Camp Candy. So, or Camp Anawana. So, it's more of like a Saturday morning cartoonish kind of setup going on. Alright, 79, which is the Sun Visor. It'd be nice not to have this slide away on me. Put that off to the side. And yeah, we'll just get right into this. So in this kit, we've got front and the rear of the Sun Visor adjuster, Sun Visor support left and right. A couple of stickers for the mirrors. It's kind of nice. Nice and reflective looking surfaces. Hopefully fingerprints won't smudge it up too much, but yeah, look at that. That is a pretty good reflection going on, isn't it? Hello, Sparrow. Okay, whoop. So let's go ahead, get that set there. Alright, we're going to need the figure here. No, well, I mean, officially Saturday morning cartoons, the last Saturday morning cartoon I believe aired, I want to say in 2000... I want to say 2007, but that might not be correct. It might be closer to maybe 2014 or something like that. And I think it was either ABC or CBS that aired the last Saturday morning, like Saturday morning cartoon block as we know it. Obviously, you've still got Disney, you've got Cartoon Network, you've got Nickelodeon that still do stuff on Saturday mornings. Yes, but like we're talking like, you know, the old competitors that used to be, you know, here we are, here are the shows we have, here's all the merchandise for the shows, bye. But yes, trust me, I do miss Saturday morning cartoons myself a little bit. And I mean, I probably lived through the golden age, golden and silver age mostly. The 70s and 80s were the golden age? I don't know, I would consider the 80s and 90s the golden age because, you know, yes, the 80s was jam-packed with all the stuff like, you know, shows for toys, toys for shows, and comics. You know, G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles. That was the 80s, early 90s. But then in the 90s, we also had the WB run, which was, you know, Animaniacs, Freakazoid, Earthworm Jim, Sylvester and Tweety, even though I didn't watch that much. And that's also where the anime craze started off when Pokemon came to WB. So that's what I would consider where the 80s and 90s were the golden age of Saturday morning cartoons. Not to say there wasn't some good stuff in the 70s. No, there was. That's when Hanna-Barbera ruled the roost, along with Scooby-Doo and all of that. So that was good, but... Oh yeah, well, okay. Here's the thing with the 80s cartoons and Saturday morning cartoons is that what it was is, let's take Hasbro for example. That was Hasbro saying, okay, we have this toy line, G.I. Joe or Transformers. With the way law is written, we cannot straight up advertise toys to kids. But what we can do is we can advertise comics. We can advertise a TV show. So what they did is they had the toy line, then they created the TV show or the comic to go along with the toy line to sell the toys. So the TV shows and comics were made to sell the toys, and the toys were more or less made to sell the comic and TV line. So they could have it. It was a little incestuous in a way, but yes. Oh, you said his name. Oh, well, Four Dancing Lights is gone for who knows how long, because he said Applejack's name. So good on you. I hope you enjoy it. Don't anyone else say his name, or else he will need more rope to tie everybody up and take them away. Yes, Freakazoid was a good show. It was a very well show. Amblin Entertainment, Steven Spielberg's production company. You're going to be hard-pressed not to find a bad show that they did. They did Freakazoid, they did Animaniacs, they did Pinky and the Brain, they did Tiny Toons. They were great. And the reason they were great, though, is because they did have Steven Spielberg's name behind it, let's be honest. TV shows in the 80s were kind of very hit and miss. Back when they were on there, I did watch pretty much the entire run of G.I. Joe on Netflix, and that wasn't awful. Good morning, Darkwing Duck. Yes, I get DW Darkwing Duck. I do see the name. That is glorious. I would have said a little bit more about that yesterday when you were in chat last night with me and Tex, but I was a little preoccupied with the Megamans. Oh, are we learning to speak Norwegian with Freakazoid? Yes. Where is the narwhal? Oh, there is the narwhal. Yes, the shows were glorious. The show was glorious. Does it matter? Okay, yes. So it does matter on where these supports go. So I just gotta see here. Most of my TV show memories. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, D goes... And that is the tab looking at me, I believe. So, yes. I'm just straightening out which tabs go where. Okay, that one's D. So then that means this one's going to be E. And it doesn't matter which side of... Well, I guess it really doesn't matter that much on what side they go on. But let's just try and keep this straight here. So that one goes on this side. And it's... Try and keep it in the camera's view here so you guys have a little something to look at. Yeah, Disney did have a pretty good lineup of their own shows. I mean, that's part of the reason why Fox Kids was created, is because that was originally supposed to be on DuckTales. DuckTales did kind of cause a lot of domino effect. It was supposed to be on Fox Kids, but then Disney's like, hey, we've got our own things. We're trying to get this Disney Channel thing going, so, we're just going to put it there. Yeah, that does suck about Megas XLR being a tax write-off as a loss. Original 1980s Ninja Turtles, yeah, that was pretty good. I'll be honest, though, the Nickelodeon CGI Turtles back in 2010, I think it was, 2011. That was pretty solid, and so was the Turtles. So was the new Turtle show, I think in 2009, that aired on Fox. That one was pretty good too. I'll say that. I did enjoy both of those series. Okay, so then we get these little gears that go on there, and then the screw will hold that in place. So do that. Plug this here. And then we'll get the EP bolts. Yes, EP bolts is what we need. EP bolts. That holds it in place pretty good. Pretty good. Biker Mice from Mars. Yes, I do. I never watched the show, but I remember seeing advertisements and stuff like that. Okay, we have Robotech. I mean, we can get into the minutia of Robotech and Harmony Gold and all that stuff, and Deke Animation, how they just kind of hate themselves. No, it was Deke and Saban that did not like each other. Is what that was. But yeah, Harmony Gold is their own bag of mess. Yeah. But I mean, if we want to talk about rare, obscure TV shows like Biker Mice from Mars, you can't forget about the Cowboys of Moo Mesa, because that was a thing. And then there was also Brave Star, which is also its own thing. Optimus? No, he's not taking it down. I mean, okay, there is no place for Optimus to hold his blaster while he's got the proton pack on. So that was just kind of just hanging down there. And Bowser, you can get in here if you want. I am open for any co-host right now to help with chat a little bit. You don't need to hide within chat. I've got the studio open for anyone that wants to come in. Okay. Okay. The new Ghostbusters. I assume we're talking about the cartoon here, so you're probably talking about Extreme Ghostbusters. The original Sonic cartoons, yes. You did have the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. What was referred to as Saturday Morning AM, which was originally on ABC, which was probably the best of the three Sonic cartoons, or the best of the three US 90s Sonic cartoons. And then you had Sonic Underground, which did exist, yes. Yeah, the Ghostbusters cartoon in the 90s was Extreme Ghostbusters. And unlike most cartoons at the time, like Ninja Turtles and whatnot, that was a continuation of the real Ghostbusters. Yes, the Freedom Fighters, yes, that was the Saturday morning cartoon Sonic. That was a good one with Jim Cummings as Dr. Robotnik, and that Dr. Robotnik was very creepy. Come here, Snivelly. Oh yes, sir, Dr. Robotnik. His little nephew just scared the shit out of him. That's essentially where Robotnik had been ruling the world, yeah. And Tim Curry played King Acorn in that show. Which, believe it or not, yes, Tim Curry actually did have a decent voice acting career. You just had to kind of know what shows he was on. He wasn't as widespread as Mark Hamill. And even then, with Mark Hamill, you're like, holy shit, that was Mark Hamill on the show? IDW, yes. IDW did a very good job of trying to tie things in together. That started off as a continuation of the original 1984. Then they started to do the whole crossover when they did the Turtles crossover, which was pretty good. Which was a very good comic series. I would highly recommend bring this up just a little bit. Yes, I would recommend the IDW Ghostbusters comic series. I have the 3 hardcover books, which covers a majority of the Ghostbusters. And then I have all the trade paperbacks necessary to finish out the series, along with the any other hardcovers they offered. Like, they did offer a hardcover for the first Turtles crossover. That was pretty good. Yes, Mark Hamill is pretty much the best verbal Joker. I do agree on that. All right, now we need to attach the Sun Visor. Okay, we've got everything out of here, so let's take this and toss it off to the side here. Hello, friend. Who is this?
Hello. I heard a lot of talk about Ghostbusters and decided to join you.
Fuck yeah, you should. Hell yeah, you should, because as much as I enjoy looking at chat and talking to them, I do need to kind of concentrate and look at what I'm doing. Ugh. Oh, she's getting heavy.
I'm here for a little bit. I'll help you. I'll ease the chat discussion as much as I can for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'll only be going for about for a couple hours, about noon 30 or so.
Well, I have things that are required of me at noon, so I shall be here to talk Ghostbusters and other shenanigans with you. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing, anyways?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, obviously, I like talking about the whole Saturday morning cartoon thing going on. So I love the conversation because that is my cup of tea.
Dude, I love the Saturday. I love Saturday mornings, man. I remember getting up as a kid and 8 o'clock and for where I am, and because I'm in Canada, it was like there was YTV and then like ABC, and then like later on became Fox,
Yes.
and it was just like you just sit there, and you're just like these cartoons are awesome, and you just like constantly be switching through like the channels and stuff like that. And then like it was great because Saturday morning was the time my father would get up, he would go out and he'd do some chores and stuff like that. It would be like 11 o'clock, 12
Yeah.
noon when he would come back in, and you're like the TV is mine.
Well,
After a week of listening to what that old man has told me to watch, the TV is mine.
yeah. Oh yeah. Like for like it probably was pretty much everywhere, but the Saturday morning lineup was the good cartoons, I should say, were always from 8 a.m. to noon.
Yes.
And when we had cable, it was so freaking convenient for me. Does that go this way or this way?
I don't know. I'm not there.
Yeah. I think it goes this way because the visor has to kind of flip down. So I might have done this kind of backwards. No, I don't think I did. But like I said, when we had cable, the 3 channels was the Fox affiliate, the ABC affiliate, and then what eventually became the WB affiliate. And when we had cable, all those stations, aside from what they normally were off of cable, off broadcast, were all around the dial. But with the cable box, they were channels 5, 6, and 7. So they were all right there, just like going back and forth between the 3 channels during commercials. If there happened to be any shows kind of stacking up that I wanted to watch.
Yeah. Addie DeLuca is asking if anybody remembered Sonic X. I do remember Sonic X, but it was later.
Yes, Sonic X was early 2000s, about 2004, 2005. And I believe that was a anime series. That was a series brought over from Japan and dubbed in the US, yes. I was Sonic X, but not a whole lot.
I was out of high school when Sonic X was popular.
Yes.
Although I did have friends that were watching it. And the funny thing is like even though I was out of high school and like working and stuff like that, Saturday morning cartoons were still important to me. Mm-hmm. I think I took after my uncle in that one because I remember me and my uncle when I would stay at my grandmother's and stuff like that because he was like really close to my age because whatever. But we would sit down and watch Saturday morning cartoons together. We'd also watch like the Saturday morning like Sinbad, Xena, and Hercules.
Yeah.
One after the other. Oh, that was great. Lucy Lawless is always fun.
I think I got
the Sam Raimi's. That's what it is because it was all Sam Raimi that did those shows.
Yeah.
We got a first time chat from Thorless. Asking Mad Ducks, what about Space Gojira?
Okay. Looks like they're talking about the Godzilla series now.
Oh, was that the one that was made after the one that had Matthew Broderick in it?
Well, that was the U.S. Godzilla. That's its own complete continuity. I mean, they're talking about the Toei Godzilla series because that's Toei. Yeah. That did go through a little bit of a reboot when they made the new Godzilla designs and things like that, but...
Wait, are we... Okay, question. Are we talking about, like, an animated version of the Toei series, or, like, the actual, like...
No, the Toei series never had an animated version. The only people that did animate Godzilla, from what I understand, is the U.S. First was Hanna-Barbera's animating Godzilla, and then it was the animated series based off the Matthew Broderick movie.
Okay, excellent. Because I was going to go crazy here for a second, and I was like, are you serious? Like, animated Godzilla from Toei? Like, what's like? I only know of the movies, so
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure Toei never animated Godzilla.
Yes.
All right, now we're working on the door. Let's get that one out. And
I am so happy you were building this. By the way.
So
I have so many good memories of my childhood from my original Ecto-1.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've still got my original Kenners somewhere in storage, so...
Sorry for the sipping in everybody's ear. I'm enjoying my morning coffee.
I mean, I've got mine here for when the hydrates kick in.
Excellent.
All right. Now, one thing that is going to have to happen, which I am not necessarily looking forward to, is obviously, as you can see here, for the door.
Good job, Zippy. Late night Rob.
We've got the door here, but what's not on the door? Up in the top there. That's the symbol. So that's a sticker I'm going to have to put on. And it says you put that on at a 45-degree angle to the bottom of the door. So if that's not on right, I'm going to be kind of pissy, but I've got a protractor to help out with that. So
now,
hopefully...
A good question is how is that? Is it like a straight up sticker, or is it like the old school transfer sheets for?
It is a sticker. It is not a Boyle transfer sheet. So
okay,
yeah.
Because I remember when I used to paint 40K figures and stuff like that, and trying to get the little tactical symbols on the arms and stuff like that, and I was like, I'll just paint it.
Yeah. Where did the tweezers go? What happened to the tweezers? Chat, did you see where the tweezers went?
Mad Ducks has said, no one can prove how much coffee I've had, and no one can rat me out to my wife, all in capitals. I think he might have had a lot of coffee.
A little bit, maybe a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Okay, that slips in there, and then we need this piece here. Okay, those two pieces are going to be metallic. That's interesting. And those are washers we're putting on here. So, and the door hinge is going to be metallic, which, let's be honest, it's going to need to be metallic because, again, this whole thing is just die cast. A lot of this is just die cast, so yeah, it's going to be heavy.
So that's all metal, is what you're saying. It's not plastic.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
But I mean, a majority of it is like, as far as the outside of the vehicle goes, yes, that's metal. Obviously, there are parts on the internals that are plastic, but it still doesn't mean she's not going to be heavy, though, because she is heavy.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
I mean, that's how you get the real feeling of it. That's when you hold it in your hand and hold it up. You're like, it's got weight.
And it's just like, I'm not picking this up anymore.
Oh, I'm just looking at back of the chat. Spara Fusil is talking about playing salamanders with no tactical symbols. I mean, fine. I understand. Like I played Blood Angels, and I tried to get them as close to paint scheme as possible. Just a second. Pardon me. Still getting over that. And I like trying that stuff. Like it was fun. Oh, we got a morning from WBPL 76. Morning, Diggs.
Hi, Diggs.
Somebody poked the bear, and he is finally awake.
All right.
But yes, go ahead, sorry, Striker.
I'm always just mumbling out, and I was like, yeah, that looks like how those bolts go on. There's going to be a lot of that happening. It's just me kind of talking things out and how things look too. So.
Good morning, Blue Gentlemen. By the way, I'm doing well. How about you, Striker? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Woke up about 7-ish. I finally rolled out of bed at about 7:30, which is normal for me. So it's not that bad.
And I am. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I tried doing a couple of things like with the audio issues we were having yesterday. I'm going to need to get some kind of virtual mixer going on when I start to run the consoles, since it's just how that audio runs through. So I tried playing with one of those today, but the audio was all over the place, and I just need more time to play with it instead of just like the couple hours.
Come speak to me after the stream. We're going to be doing a little bit of behind the scene production work. So.
I'll catch the one you do later tonight.
Okay,
because
all right.
At about 1:00, I have I guess a Discord meeting, you could say, going on. I'm in a Discord for a relatively small D&D podcast, and every Saturday after an episode comes out, we do a listening party, and it's basically just kind of hang out with the cast and kind of talk, get some backstage, behind the scenes kind of thing going on. Just watch the episode, hang out with the cast. It's a fun time. But today's a little special because today is the 100th episode they've had.
Ooh, congratulations!
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun. We got a couple. We got. Some of us in the community have something a little fun planned out. So
with everything that has happened over the last couple of months, and just trying to work within the WPPL 76, we started streaming. We started like brainstorming and doing stuff. I had a D&D session that I was writing, and I've still got all the notes. I've just put it on the back burner. So at some point, I'm probably going to sit down and do a D&D session.
Oh, heck
whether
yeah,
we
no.
stream it or not is another question. But I mean, I think it's only been like my 5th or 6th time DMing, if that. So
Now,
we'll see how it goes.
What system are you going to use? Are you use 5e then? I'm going to guess.
I'm going back to my favorite system, the system that started it. Well, for the most part, started it all for me, and that's 2nd edition.
Okay.
We're going old school, ladies and gentlemen.
D&D.
Yes, Advanced D&D 2nd edition.
Okay.
And I was lucky enough because I went and saw a friend of mine. I was able to get all of our old books, and I mean, like,
nice.
Busted spines, duct tape back together, the smell of like musty basements. Dirt. Yeah, it just of like Mountain Dew stains, those kind of things.
Yeah, it's decal time now. I gotta put the symbol on the door, and I gotta get this right, or else I'm going to be angry, because there's like no indentation or anything like that on the door. There's no real center area.
Quick checklist.
Yes.
Is the door in the proper orientation that you're going to see it from the side?
Yes. Okay. I'm looking at it right now. It's the driver's side door.
Is it 45?
You can't mistake the inside for the outside.
Is it 45 degrees left or 45 degrees right?
All right. The symbol, everything's US, so it's going to be sitting about here, where it is. So it's the 45 degrees follows the no ghost bar, and that is based off the bottom of the door here.
Okay, all right.
And I've got the protractor set to 45 degrees.
Excellent.
So, got that sitting there.
Just running through checklists, man. Just making sure. Just, measure twice, cut once. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm right there. It's just positioning it to where I would like to see it on the... You know what? Actually, hang on a second. Scrap Ecto-1 here, because that is a model of the Ecto-1 here. All right. Hang on. Let's get this...
It's okay. So like you're transforming something. I get that.
Yeah. Kind of. I mean, I could grab the Playmobil Ecto-1 right over there, but let's be honest, we're being difficult here. We are not known for common sense in the BPL whatsoever.
Common sense? What's that?
It is a superpower that none of us possess. Straighten those out. Luckily, he's not all that advanced. He's just enough. All right, there we go.
Mad Duck says he missed the Parallax podcast because he has BattleTech minis that he wants to paint.
Yes.
Learn how to paint.
I would like hosting with Parallax, actually, but unfortunately, he streams a little too late for me. I'm already in bed.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's Parallax. I love Parallax's work. The fact of the matter that you're colorblind, I don't know what to do with that. I'm not going to lie. That being said, we do have many people in the Legion who are and seem to do really well painting-wise, so,
Okay. So it looks like the best way to place this...
Thanks, Mad Ducks. Common what now? That's a made-up word.
Okay, that's not a true 45-degree angle.
Zippy, you have a good night, man, and I hope you're feeling better, man. I read the chat. I read the chat where you said you were pissed, and I hope that everything's okay.
Yeah, I hope you settle down there, buddy. Okay, I think I have a good idea of where I want to place no ghost symbol. So here goes nothing and everything at the same time. No.
Fingers crossed. Gently. I'm not helping. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. All right. I think I will be happy with this placement.
Oh, Zippy said he's drunk. That pissed isn't drunk. Okay, well, have a good night. Sleep that shit off.
He is the European pissed.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah. So I think that's good. I can feel some bubbles in it, but I might be able to live with those. I think I'll be able to live with those. Oh, hey, I forgot to put the door handle and mirror on. Silly me.
Oh well.
They're just right here. They don't require. They're just plug in and go. So
it's just battle damage is all. We'll go with that.
Yeah. Oh, look at that handle plugged in, and there we go. Those are just those just sitting there. Oh, and I need screws. Oh, here they are. And with that, actually, we go ahead and take the tray, put the top on it, and then just.
Sparrow Seal's living it up. He had a nice rye bourbon last night with his cigars.
Ooh, nice.
Congratulations, Striker. This is the hangover stream.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I guess I have to do the hangover stream since did Zen is he still in chat and did he stream this morning?
Is Dig still in chat and did he stream?
Zen, not Diggs, Zen.
Oh, Zin. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I know he was last week.
I'm sorry. I'm because you're using your desk mic and not like something right up to your mouth for whatever reason. It's coming into my headset really weird, and I was like, "Who's Zin?" And then it just clicked in, like, "Oh, Zindar!" Like our BPL buddy.
Yeah, WBPL Zinthar himself. There, I pulled
the man I work with on a regular basis. I need more coffee.
Okay, so can we get a hydrate in chat for Bowser, please, guys?
Just a double coffee.
Here,
I'm gonna redeem one myself.
Yeah. Here we go. Stretch. Here we go. Here we go. Go ahead and submit those points. There you go, Bowser. That stretch. That hydrates for you.
Jesus, that's a lot of. Guys, I'm not down in my coffee, but all right, hold on, I'll try.
I'll tell you what. I'll take 2 of those hydrates. You take 2 of those hydrates.
Still drinking.
There you go. I took 2 of those. Posture check. You guys can kind of see how I'm sitting. So, I'm not hunching over like that. I'm sitting up pretty decently. So, thanks anyway, though.
It's a good thing that the coffee is cooled down just to the perfect point where I can chug it. So.
Yeah. We don't need a whole. We don't need a whole. We don't need a Rob versus Foxy war going on again though right now.
What did I miss? I knew Foxy. I knew Foxy came in and started dropping hydrates on Rob. Oh, by the way, I have adjusted my posture. I see that last one. Thank you for the posture check.
Yeah. Well, I guess what it was is Rob had come in, and during Foxy's stream, and Foxy had tea. So, God damn it, Diggs.
Thanks, Diggs.
And just basically forced Foxy to chug an entire cup of tea. And, being the Britishman he is, Foxy didn't necessarily appreciate that. So, Diggs came in. He altered the cooldown for hydrate. And we just spammed it, which ended up causing Rob just to chug his entire thing of water.
I see.
A minute straight last week.
Welcome to the hydration wars of the BPL.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what that was. That's what that was. I do see that hydrate. So let me go ahead and take it.
We're getting so much lore with the BPLW or the WBPL 76. We've got from the last State of the K stream that Rob, Nick, Space, and I did.
Yes.
We've got the Battle of the Fourth Wall. I'm working on something for that. I don't know how we're going to release it. I don't know where it's going to go, but I am working on something with it.
Okay.
We've got obviously the hydration wars.
Yes.
We've got the farm sim shenanigans of people who are, criminally agriculturally appropriating things.
Next up, we're working on the door borderline here, some of the window, the door border, or maybe the doorbur, as we could call it.
Ooh, the doorbur.
Yeah, the doorbur. Which is the first indication we have of the glorious red wing on the side. I do miss the wings on the Cadillacs. Those were so nice looking.
I had a conversation with my roommate last night about what car Biff from Back to the Future, or what specifically it was.
Okay.
And why it is probably my favorite car, just not that color.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a good conversation to have. Does this?
We've got people talking about Waterworld in the chat, and they're asking if it was a great movie or not. No, it wasn't a great movie, but that doesn't mean that you can't watch it and enjoy it.
Exactly. If it's a good movie for you, it's a good movie for you. Enjoy what you enjoy. We all enjoy what we all enjoy.
Oh, I highly encourage people to watch bad movies. I watched Vin Diesel's Last Witch Hunter. That was a bad movie, but I enjoyed it.
All right, these are all OPs and DPs. Let's go ahead and let's connect the Chrome to the window first before we move on to everything else. I think.
Tom Eclipse. Waterworld was so bad it was great. Fuck you.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So we got these. Oh. Yeah.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
No, nothing. We're good. Let's
good.
go on second. So. Oh, that's the border going onto the door itself. I see. Okay, I see what's going on here. So, we do here is with the door, grab this, take the window piece. That kind of just sits on the outside like that. Oh yeah, because
Mad Ducks because. Just because.
Just because.
Because of the wonderful things they do. I played the Tin Man in a production of that, by the way. Don't
at you.
One of my favorite movies growing up, and everybody laughed at me growing up because it was like, oh, you like musicals, and I'm like, goddamn right I do. Wizard of Oz, the 1940. Is it 1944? Is it 45 or 46?
That I'm not sure. My sister might know that because that was one of her favorite movies growing up.
It was I loved it. I watched it, and then I did a play as the Tin Man as a kid, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite musicals is South Park the movie. And yes, that is a musical because they went into that movie to make a musical.
There's nothing. Look, musicals all around. Musicals are all around. One of my favorite musicals, and I got to see it when I went and visited New York.
Oh, come on!
Because it was off Broadway.
Yes,
and we got the tickets. Was Avenue Q? I love Avenue Q.
I haven't seen that. I had a friend that saw that in college when it was doing a college tour, and of course, at that age, you buy the soundtrack because, the internet is for porn.
Exactly.
Welcome to Avenue Q. When you're drunk, you can have sex as loud as you want.
Bully Snake, that is fucking hilarious. Bully Snake goes, Dorothy, I miss Kansas. Toto, I miss the rains down in Africa.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful setup.
That was well timed, sir. Well timed.
That was a journey. I'm glad you took us on it. All right, let's get the window frame connected. This one is acting up a little bit. We might need to...
Yes, the internet is for porn unless you're on Twitch. Then no porn.
Very true, very true. Well, actually,
Then
did
it's
you
just
know
hot
there is a
dogs.
high school version of Avenue Q? One that is safe
I'm
to
sorry.
perform in high schools. I guess Evil Dead did have a musical, you're right.
Evil Dead the music. Wait, what? There's Evil Dead the musical?
I'm pretty sure there is, yes. I know the Spamalot is the My Python the Holy Grail musical.
Yes, I knew about Spamalot. I've seen Spamalot.
Actually-
I haven't, but I'm a huge Evil Dead fan.
Oh, are you?
And did not know that.
Did you
and
get the
did
game
not
that
know-
dropped yesterday?
No, I haven't gotten it yet. I just
Okay.
waiting for. I'm waiting for payday.
Okay, fair enough.
But it is something I have been following Bruce Campbell's site and waiting for the Evil Dead because I do know that he has voiced the. I'm really sad because it was just I saw on Netflix and I finally got a chance because I didn't have access to Star and stuff like that. But I saw the Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And I got to watch the whole series and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. I wish they'd come out with a fourth season, but whatever.
All right, let's get those OP screws out now.
Yes, Monty Python and the Meaning of Life is also a musical. It's a wonderful Monty. You can't go wrong with any of the Monty Python. That's just timeless.
Pretty much, yeah.
I have to go look up Evil Dead musical now.
Where do these go? I guess they just sit here in the corners. Yeah, they just sit in the corners. They don't look very. Oh, that's what they're. Okay, that's what they're going into. And there's grandfather clock telling me it's 11 o'clock. No, it's 1:45. Because the other clocks haven't gone off yet. Although the cuckoo clock will go off in about 5 minutes because that is 10 minutes fast, and I gotta set that pendulum again.
I keep forgetting that you are an hour behind me.
Yeah, true. Yes, you are in the future. What is the future like?
Well, it's only an hour in the future, so
It is still the future.
The haze is lifted. It's no longer foggy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's turning into a nice day. How about that? The sun is warming stuff up. How about that?
The future seems bright then.
Yes, it does.
I did the thing. Okay, just get the door in place.
Sorry, I had to mute myself while I blew my nose.
No,
so
that's
I wouldn't
fine.
be so nasally.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. We're having a good time. I'm at least showing something going on, maybe.
Well, I mean, I'm watching you build the wonderful Ecto-1.
Yeah, but I'm also keeping a lot of stuff close to my chest, and that's off frame.
Yes, it was one of those things joining the Legion and meeting you, Stryker, that I was so happy to find out that there was somebody out there that is just as big, possibly bigger Ghostbuster fan than I am. I mean, and it was just like I was like, oh yes, we do exist.
I mean, do I need to get the proton packs down?
I understand. You've told me. You're also a huge prop and physical kind of person. Like I've just the course of my life has left me unable to get as much kit and gear that I would like. I know you sent me the link for the Red Power Rangers sword.
Yes.
I if I had $200, I'd do that. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just not in a position to buy all that stuff anymore.
And that's fair.
But
that's fair.
I had a lot of kit, and then of course it's gone and stuff like that. We got a first time chat from Jazz FPS. Oh, never mind. That is a bloody.
Oh yeah, go ahead and take care of that if you don't mind.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Everybody say bye, bot.
Ban and report.
Look at that, everybody. We got a double header. We got a band and a report. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. That goes in there, and then that takes. Oh, what? That just sits in there for now. Yeah, I guess that. I guess that does just sit in there. Last sticker. Here it is. I'll put the.
Yes. The bot has been sacrificed to Zorg. Stoke the fires, brothers.
Stoke the
and
fires,
sisters.
Stoke
the fires, brothers and sisters.
Let his flame burn eternally. On
Game
the
Fu, I like
backs
that.
and carcasses of the boss. Yes.
Well, I didn't know we had a WPBL 76 whoops where it was just static. Learn something new.
Well, I mean, that might be from another channel.
All hail King Torg. Spara.
Do we need to
Who
time
is
him out?
Torg?
Here we go. And look at that. We have one door frame done. Driver's side door.
Woo!
And look at that. The vent window even opens up. So I'll go ahead and set that here.
Dana Smith is praised Ford. Okay, yeah, all right.
Ford. Oh, now we're doing the inside of the door. Okay. Door back. Oh, Optimus, no. Well, if he's not great, he's not dead, so we're good.
Here, Optimus, hold this.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, actually, I've got him holding up the badge of the Ghostbusters group I was with last week, Ghostbusters 313, here in the Detroit metro area. And ooh. I will say this, I will not be streaming next weekend, for I will be off at Anime Central. I believe that's vague enough to be safe, but also let anybody know if they're in the area, in the Chicago area, that I'll be there. Being a goddamn weeb. Hanging out with
that's fine.
And doing anime
that's
things.
Fine. I think this year is the year that I might go back to cons. For those of you who don't know, I used to actually do some work for some cons, for a con, really. I did security, internal, for a couple of years, and helped it along the way. And it was very fun. I had some good times. Obviously, conditions happened that I had to leave, and that was a personal thing. But working cons was fun. I loved it. I loved going to other cons and seeing how they worked and stuff like that. I love the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
I loved meeting people like J.G. Hertzler and John Rhys Davies. Amazing people,
Oh, yeah,
like,
I've worked at a couple of cons myself. I've worked at ASEN. I worked security there 1 year, and then I did guest relations at my local con, YomaCon here. And yeah, you do meet some pretty nice people.
Oh, YumaCon is you?
Yeah, it's Detroit here. I was at YomaCon.
Oh, I'm gonna have to come to YumaCon then.
Fuck yeah. Come on. Hey, if you want to come this year, just gives me all the more reason to grab a hotel room and hang out at the con. Because even though it's local, I could drive to and from it, but it's like there's something about leaving the convention that breaks the flow of it and then coming back the next day. And it's not just, driving and finding a parking space. It's actually just leaving the con, going home, and just losing the con atmosphere is what it is.
My local con where I am, it's a couple hours, well, about an hour and a half, 2 hours drive, is HalCon.
Okay.
And actually HalCon was what I had worked with on, it was the con that I was working with. Mm-hmm. And if you're ever out that way, I recommend checking it out. It's a good time. They got a lot of good vendors, a lot of East Coast hospitality for sure. You guys are going to have fun. Sometimes, it's difficult to get in the door. It is kind of popular. Pardon me. It's kind of popular and stuff like that. But aside from that, it's a good time. So I might pop out to YumaCon, but if you're ever out this far east, we'll make arrangements to go to HalCon.
Yeah, we'll kind of see where and when things fall. I mean, obviously that depends on everything. How things fall. I need 4 DM bolts for this. Tweezers. Let's get the last one out of there.
Braindead Guru says, "Send help. I used the wrong spelling for COD, and now I'm riding with the Mongolian horde."
Well, that's your problem. That's your problem. Just make sure you bring that back out some shitty beef.
Yeah, Mongolian beef is the best. I'm not gonna do my Chinese.
Oh no, it's shower pork!
Restaurant. Yeah.
Goddamn Mongolians!
Too early for that.
All right, and we'll just get these body parts in place. But yeah, in this case, this is going to be the inside window. It's going to be the main window that we're working on.
Beef. Sorry.
Yeah, we might actually get into issue 23 with this, because I believe issue 23. Okay, no, I take that back. The last part of this issue, which is what these little magazines are called, is the window mechanism. So that might take a little bit to get going.
Wait. Window, like, do the windows roll up and down?
Yes, the windows will be able to roll up and down.
Striker, are you building just a small automobile? Is that what will you be able to gas this thing up and drive it around the house?
No, I will not. But again, like I said, like, if I had to build the engine, okay, I had to put all this, not like the individual spark plugs themselves, but I had to put the spark plug wiring into the engine. I had to put the belts on the fans. I had to put the fans into place. I had to put the air filter system into place. If I use the instructions, I probably have a decent idea of actually how to build that engine.
NNT28 says there are working engines small enough to fit that, so...
I'm sure there are, but not for the price I'm paying for this thing. No, this will not be radio controlled.
Gas-powered RC car. Excellent.
Oh yeah, no, they have those. They're, like I said last week, the hobby shop that I frequent off and on again, they are a big RC place. They have a lot of RC planes, cars, and boats. And most of the RC cars that they have are gas-powered. And they've even got, I believe they have a professional RC track in there, too, you can drive around on. So, yeah, no, and hell, even when I was growing up, the middle school I went to for 7th and 8th grade, the janitor, he had a gas-powered RC car that he brought in and just kind of had fun now and again at recess and things like that. And us as kids like, holy shit, that's awesome! Because this thing just around the parking lot. But yeah, gas-powered RC cars, yeah, they haul. Okay, what's this spring for? Oh, okay. The locking mechanism. So the doors will be able to lock, apparently, as well on this thing.
Holy crap, that is a complicated model. I'm not going to lie.
Again,
that is a lot more complicated than the F-35 model that we had sent to Meteor Nick.
Yeah. Again, Eagle Moss. Amazing detail in their modeling, but they do have shipping issues. I have not received the latest issues of this build for a couple of months now. So, again, highly detailed, highly intricate models, but they do kind of suffer from organization at times.
Kooky entered the chat with a behold and kapla.
Oh, hello there, Kooky. All right.
Experience beige.
All right. This is going to be a tough one because I got to get another DM bolt. I thought I was going with those.
To bring this into, okay, so Kooky, I'm bringing it back because we were just talking about cons and how I met JG Hertzler. JG Hertzler is an interesting person, and when he gets into a character as General Martok, holy fuck, is the guy really kind of cool to hang out with. Alternatively, one of the guys that I know, he's a good friend of mine. He runs the Klingon group at the time in the local area. Got JG drunk. So JG came in late for his panel, to which I had to escort him to his panel with sunglasses on, thick, heavy sunglasses, and it was funny.
Let me interrupt for a moment here. All right, Mastery Mayhem, yes. There are some of these Eagle Mosses where you can pretty much pay for everything in full, but unfortunately the Ecto-1 model is not fully released yet. So,
Accident Project was fantastic. I totally agree with you, Kooky.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, I'm just addressing Master Mayhem here. You do bring up a point, yes. Eagle Moss does have an option where you can pretty much pay for everything in full or in bulk bundles. But again, the Ecto-1 is still being released. You could do that with the DeLorean that they've completed if they actually have all the pieces. But yeah, Eagle Moss is a very much subscription-based model building where you need to wait. Yes, they do have an option where you really don't have to wait for an issue to come in, but that's only on completed models, though. So yeah, I believe I caught the gist of what they were talking about. Yeah, drunk celebrities, they can be fun.
Sometimes I've dealt with the ones I've dealt with were funny.
Yeah, it depends on the celebrity. Like I know I've told this at least once before in the Legion, but do you know who John St. John is?
Yes.
Okay, yes, the voice of Duke Nukem. He is basically a regular at Youmacon because he is friends with the head of guest relations and friends with the owner of Youmacon. That's not to say that he has like free reign to do what he wants because he doesn't. He still has a handler. Okay, hang on. Master Mayhem is getting back interesting. I'd be super worried about issues that would never come. I mean, eventually they will complete your subscription, Mayhem. Yes, that is. But yeah, there is. They just have supply chain issues, it seems, at times. But you will eventually complete it. You might not complete it within like the 2.5 years or so that they say you should be able to, depending on the number of issues. But you will eventually get all your pieces. I will say that. I know the Eagle Moss lines right now they're doing is the Ecto-1. They have the DeLorean, which is completed. And they just released a Enterprise D Galaxy class model building. If you were so interested in those. But back to the John St. John story. Him and Dave Eddings, again, are basically regulars at Youmacon. Again, they are very good friends with the head of guest relations and friends with the owner. But they do indeed like to drink. And for those of you who don't know, Detroit borders Canada via the Ambassador Bridge and the tunnel. Which is, by the way, the only way in the U.S. to go south to get to Canada is through the tunnel. Interestingly enough, and
it's
anyway,
a weird thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so John and David Eddings were in the green room, where there are drinks provided to the guests, and they had drinks provided to them, and they had drinks provided to them, and they had drinks provided to them. Needless to say, they had many drinks provided to them. And luckily for us, John's handler was kind of outside the door at the time, and normally staff is not allowed in the green room. But she hears John utter the phrase, "Hey, let's go invade Canada." Needless to say, she just goes, "Nope," gets right up, sits on John's lap and takes the 2 drinks that were being served him and saying, "No, he will no longer be having these. Thank you." Sat on his lap until he sobered up just enough to get back to his room.
Man, I love hearing stories like that.
Yeah.
So many good memories, so many weird memories of cons, needless to say.
Oh, yeah. There are a lot of stories.
Brain dead. What? Why? Why the hate? Why blow it up? Why?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the tunnel? If that's the case, then yes.
Let's see.
We're gonna blow it out your ass, Canada, and I was slightly offended.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian.
Yeah. We do have the power to time people out, Bowser. We can abuse these things.
Oh, the Duke Nukem dude. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Johnson John, yeah. The 1 year
I understand.
The 1 year I did work at ASEN, Nabashin was there. If you don't know who he is the creator behind XL Saga. Little dude, got an afro, kind of eccentric and fun. He was also like one of the higher profile guests there. So of course he had some of the more seasoned security guys with them. And the security guys, they had the official looking IRT security vests and walkie-talkie system. He also spoke very little English and did not have his translator with him. But somehow somehow he got his handlers to agree to give them their vest. Just through gesture, like, and maybe a little bit of broken English that he knew about. And again, they gave him their vest. He put the vest on and disappeared.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and he's just gone. Oh, look at that. We are done with this issue. So I guess the window mechanism will be in the next one. But a fun thing about this issue here is in the back, we've got the finished design for the Ecto-1A and Ghostbusters 2. Obviously, Miller Meteor mix, same year, same model as the original Ecto-1. Looks pretty nice. What they also have are concept art for what the Ecto-1A could have looked like. And she would have been vastly different. Made out of a limo or cannibalized parts of an old taxi. I don't think that was really a good choice for it. I'm really glad they went back to the Miller Meteor ambulance hearse mix. Is this here's the next issue. Here's the next issue, issue 23. But yeah, anyway, getting back to Nabashin, like I said, he just disappeared. And I was on my shift at the time he was doing this, and just now and again, you would hear over the radio is just random Japanese. He was just mocking everyone. And if you were close enough to his handlers, you would just hear, "Fucking Nabashin, where is he?" As they were just going around the convention looking for this small little Asian man in an afro.
Oh, God bless you, Excel Saga.
Yeah.
Oh boy. As security, we used to have a running gag, because there was Brandon Guru says secret Asian man.
Yes.
But we used to have so the way that where we used to have the con, there was like alcoves and stuff like that. But the thing is they led to doors that we would use to get people to certain places, so that we didn't have to deal with crowds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so the large portion of the kids that would kind of congregate there, we of course have signs like "Please don't block the doorway." But we'd have to go in and shoo them and be like, okay, it's like we'd come over to the radio and be like, all right, hourly anime kid shooing, go. And just like you'd go to each alcove and be like, shoo Homestuck kids.
Go on, Al.
Shoo Naruto.
Oh, geez. Homestuck.
Get out of the way.
God, I remember that photo shoot from the first year. But continue with your story.
Well, it came down to it was like, goddamn anime kids.
Yeah, yeah. But oh my God, Homestuck. I remember the first year that was out, and that was so big for I found at least one screw. We found at least one screw. You know what? Let me see if I can find the other screw. So that means we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Okay. We'll be right back after these messages from probably nobody.
Sheesh. Whoever heard of... All right, I've got us on mute right now while this is running. Okay. Oh, is that the other bolt over there? Of course things never fall where you want them to. No, that's just other garbage. I don't have my glasses on, so things that are black all look the same. Well, at least I just found one that's good. I don't think I'll need the other one. So, but I got plenty to spare as well.
You muted the commercial, not the chat.
Help! I want my corn pops. Oh, like sweet popcorn, you just gotta have more.
Oops.
And these goons have the nerve to invade my home and my stuff and take my corn pops? No!
Oh, there's the other bolt.
Pay for it,
all right, I've got both bolts now. Now if I need it.
This one's fragile.
Kellogg's Corn Pops is part of this complete
Yeah, no, the
I
commercial's
gotta
back.
have my pops.
Oh.
I like to walk,
Silly friends,
roll,
silly friends,
hug,
silly friends,
my silly friends.
make real animal sounds. Like a dog, a monkey, a horse, and a frog. You can bounce them around and hear the fun.
I like to tease,
Silly friends,
squeeze,
silly friends,
hold
silly friends, my silly friends.
Silly Friends from Tiger.
And now back to our program.
Yeah, you guys got to hear how the sausage was made at times, didn't you?
Yay!
I hit the wrong button. Hooray me. All right. Put that
Technical
there.
difficulties.
Not really. No, just technical stupidities is what it was.
Oh, we Kookie's asking, but no White Tom's endless beans. We're working on it. I'm working on it.
Listen, I have to time travel to get my commercials. Okay. This was before White Tom's Bean House was a sponsor. That's why. All right. I lost the other screwdriver, so we'll just use this one.
Multiple screwdrivers is not a bad thing.
No, it's a good thing they supply you with various screwdrivers too. So that just needs to go into place because that still needs to move. Yeah. Okay, that still moves. It's not that tight in there. Now I got to get the other.
The Blue Gentleman, you should know that we're not real streamers. We're just assholes that have access to a camera and now Twitch. That's it.
We're just professional enough to fake it.
We are professionally unprofessional.
Yes, I like that. I like that term. I like that. We're professionally unprofessional professionally. We're officially unprofessional professionally. HP and UP bolts. And these here's the UP. And where's the HP? Is this the HP? No, it's the EP. Oh, there's the HP. Okay, there we go. Move those all over there. Okay. First, get the HP out. Let's use the tweezers.
Dancing lights, don't tempt me. You don't want to see me in a hot tub.
That's going to have to happen, isn't it? Just Aloe coming over here, getting into my tub, and doing his hot tub stream.
Oh, that's...
He has threatened that a few times.
We should get like 4 of the burliest, hairiest dudes in the Legion and just put them in a hot tub and just be like, all right, here's your hot tub stream, guys.
More bits you throw at him, the bubblier it gets.
Yeah. Sponsored by White Tom's Can of Beans.
The unlimited beans, yes. What was I talking about before this? I had something coming along. What was the topic? I covered my John St. John story. Covered my Now Machine story.
Ooh.
Oh well, I forget now. But yeah, what I mean.
Okay. If I've got one. I've got one more.
Okay.
That I'm
Again, the window thing. Gears on the back is just what I did, and the window will be going up and down with that. So.
Ooh.
That's going to be a thing. Although I probably have to time it out correctly. So.
Fancy.
Oh, yeah. We need another EP bolt. There we go. Let's grab that because we'll be attaching.
Kookie is like, there's a lot of talk about this BPL hot tub stream, and Kookie has made the comment of no swim trunks, only kilts. We'll have to get Aki on that one.
Yeah, we'll get authentic ones.
So I've got one more con story that I'm willing to share for right now, and that was meeting one of my favorite authors, R.A. Salvatore. Little did I realize that a friend of mine, he's a good friend now. At the time, he was an acquaintance. Knew him personally, and I didn't know that at the time.
Nice, yeah.
So I'm doing security. We get the call, hey, R.A. Salvatore is coming in to do a book signing. It's only I knew that he was coming. I didn't know that it was only for one day and only for a couple of hours. And we didn't know how long the line was going to be. I had predicted it a little bit, but I said, okay. All right, well.
Yes.
So organize it. He gets in, he sits down, and the line just is going around and around and around the building. And I'm like the head of security at this point. Oh, we got a follow from Edoran.
Yeah, thanks for the follow.
Edon ran. Thank you for the follow. So we got. So like I said, the line was just going around and around and around, and he was only going to be there for a couple hours, and we're just trying to mitigate the chaos that was about to come.
Understandable.
So I've always been a huge fan of R.A. Salvatore. I love his books. One of the Cleric Quintet of Catterley was one of my favorite series. I was going through a rough time, and when I was younger, and I picked up that whole like the omnibus, the quintet, and just read it from
Cover to cover.
cover to cover in the span of like 2 weeks. I couldn't put it down, but it snapped me out of like the depression that I was having. So I had to. Hey, Kooky, thank you for the gift sub.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
To Beetle One, appreciate it. So I was very excited at the possibility of meeting R.A. Salvatore, but when I found out that he was only going to be there for 2 hours and the line and stuff like that, I was still in the military at the time. I was like, okay, you know what? It's always mission before self, and you always put your teammates before you, especially when you're in a leader position.
Yes.
So the guys were like asking, like, there's other people that were like, hey, look, I'm really a big fan. Can I get into line and see him? I'm like, yeah, that's no problem, but we still got to maintain security and stuff like that. And so I switched off as many people as I could. We had one guy that literally volunteered. He's like, look, I'm a huge R.A. Salvatore fan, but I know you need lines. Just do me a favor, get this book signed. And we handed it off to the volunteers. Oh, we got to hydrate.
Oh, hydrate. All right, let me get the door handle on. I'll be right there with you.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Yes, it is a big car. So, so we passed off a bunch of books to the volunteers that were kind of helping him out in like signing and stuff like that. One of them was my ex-fiance, who was running kind of things back there. So the line's going through, and it doesn't look like it's stopping. Like there was like, but his time was coming up, and it kept going and going, but his time was coming up, and I'm like, we're not going to get through everybody, and so I'm trying to
figure out where to cut the line.
Well, not even just trying to figure out where to cut the line. I'm trying to figure out how to handle this. When all of a sudden, one of the volunteers comes over and says, hey, my ex-fiance's name, who I won't say on stream, is having a problem at the front. She needs you. I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. Grab somebody, take my position. I immediately start coming over. I get to the front of the line. She shoves a book in my hand, pushes the person in front of me out of the way. It says, here, go get it signed. And I'm like, you... I was so frustrated with her. I got to sit there in a meeting, and it's R.A. Salvatore and his son Gino, and I shake both their hands, and I'm like, look, sir, thank you very much. And I try to make it as quick as possible. I said, thank you very much, sir. You've been a big help. And then I go on, and the person behind me gets their book signed, but the person behind them doesn't, because R.A. Salvatore gets up and says, we got to go. And then security starts escorting him out. I got so many death stares from the rest of the con-goers in that line. Was so pissed at my ex-fiance at that point, because I was just like, no, that is not what we're supposed to do.
That is rough.
She looked at me. She's like, perks of being one of the people in charge. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And I just, even years later, I still look at that situation like, never again. I will never let that happen again.
Yeah.
Yes, Brain survive. At that point, it was just like everybody was looking at me with dagger in their eyes, and so like there's a large nerd herd.
Yeah,
I was worried was gonna come and just rip me from limb.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Too soon. All right. Let me just do. You got a little sticky piece of felt on here to wipe the window as it goes up and down. Does not rub and scratch against the plastic.
Ooh, piece of felt.
Oh yeah, it's again, like I said, Eagle Moss. It is very detailed, very thought out modeling. But like again, the only issues I've really had with them is just shipping. But I mean, I'm patient. I don't need to have everything now. I'm willing to wait this all out. So eventually it'll be complete, but it might sit incomplete for longer than it should. What scale car? It's either a 1/6 or 1/8 scale. She going to be big. She going to be heavy. Shut up. Alexa decided to pop up and say a random thing. But it's either a 1/6 or a 1/8 scale. Is what this is. So it's pretty big. Pretty big. Where are the IPs? Where are the IPs?
It does. And the reason I can say it's pretty big is because I've seen you, I've seen your house, I've through camera, not personally, but I just the angle from the camera and stuff like that, looking at where you are and where that car is or the frame is.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big model. It's I mean, if we could get a real working engine in there, I'm pretty sure somebody in the Legion could drive it. Smaller people in the Legion.
Oh, yeah. You could probably squeeze someone in there. I mean, I guess I could get something for scale, because, very few people might know how big, my Masterpiece 1 Optimus Prime is. Or no, that's number 10 Masterpiece Optimus Prime. The second version of him. I do have my protractor right down there. That has some scale to it. I could, banana for scale, lol. I could get my tape measure. Could get my tape measure if I wanted to. Or I could, is that 8x5? Something? I got a postcard just off screen here.
Well, it's about, from this point of view, it does look kind of askewed, but I would say that the length of Ecto-1 is probably close to the length of your arm.
Longer, actually, if we're going to the shoulder here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, just about from my shoulder to just shorter than my middle finger, it looks like. Coffee mug. Well, it is a large coffee mug too. I will admit that it is a larger coffee mug that I've got sitting here. So.
We like our double-sized coffee mugs because both Stryker and I are sipping out of what I would consider beer steins. I've got a beer stein of coffee this morning. I needed it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. Now I need to fit the. Okay, this is how I fit the window, and it fits in right here. Slides up, and then hopefully. Yep, everything else seems to be seating decently into place. Now I grab the last of these bolts here, the IPs. Oh, one IP and DMs. Okay. Plasma fire halberd into a story. Ooh, that's interesting there, Mad Duck. All right. That
is one game that I see a lot of people in the BPL and a lot of people that watch the BPL play that I never. I want to try it. I'm not going to lie. One of these days, I'm going to download it, get it set up, and try and play it. Yeah, and I might have to ask Tex or Tom or any of the other guys who play it. Or I think Pablo plays it.
Hat's been playing it recently.
You have?
Sir Hat.
Oh yes, Hat. Yes.
He's been playing it recently. So
I'm gonna have to grab somebody and be like, how do we do this? What are we doing? I understand that it's an immersion game and all that stuff. It's we'll figure it out. I'll start playing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The reason you've seen a lot of it in the Legions is because Tex was a big Space Station 13 guy. A lot of the videos on his channel is Space Station 13.
Yeah. So, I remember.
And he's played with a lot of people on Space Station 13. Like I believe Diggs was a Space Station 13 guy as well.
Yeah, well, I think so. I might have to sit down and talk to Diggs about that as well.
There. All right. I think we got the bolts at least started. The smaller head's a lot more helpful, so let's get these going here. There we go. Oh, yeah, that one really took. Look at that. Yeah, Diggs has been playing SS-13 for over 10 years, so yeah.
Oh, thank you, Diggs.
Yeah, I'd consider playing Space Station 13, I guess. Sounds like everybody is... it sounds like the station to play on... Well, I mean, it's there. They seem to... A couple of guys that do play that do play the game, they seem to stick to us just like one or two stations.
Well, I know Tex always talks about like Goon Station and TG, and I mean the different stations. It's like I said, it's just something that I hear it, I understand kind of what he's talking about, but the lingo is
okay.
One of those things that we've got to I've got to learn about.
Yeah. All right, got the door done. Let's see.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry for coughing in your guys' ears.
No, that's all right. This one. Look at that.
Ooh.
Just turn that around, and then just windows go up and down with the control. How nuts is that?
You know what would be even scarier is if you put like some form of like electrical
servo.
Like we're gonna make the Ecto-1 modern.
That's way out of my ballpark. I don't even want to look at that. Way out of my ballpark. About 11:30. Like I said, we'll go to about 12:30 or so.
Well, actually, because of the time,
yeah,
and some things that I have to start taking care of, I actually have to leave for now.
Well, all right. Well, thanks for swinging along. Hey, thanks.
We got another follow from Craven518.
Yeah, look at that. Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for following.
Yeah.
Thanks for following just before I leave. So,
yeah.
Listen, everybody, it was fun sitting down and talking to you guys this morning. Striker, thanks for letting me sit in on one of your streams.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, my streams are pretty much always open for anyone that wants to swing on in.
Well, I'll remember that. And good luck with the build of the Ecto-1. Anyways, for you guys at home, I'll talk to you real soon.
Yep. And you know what?
Bye-bye.
Yep. See you later, Bowser. All right, I got to grab a couple more kits from the pile. So we're going to take another quick commercial break while I go grab those, and then we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Sheesh, what do they mean there's a trap door here?
I'm feeling blue.
Very blue.
'Cause something's new.
Jello's blue.
Now Jello's got the
berry blues.
Jello introduces berry blue gelatin with the wild fruity taste of raspberries and blueberries.
So blue.
Hey,
Jello's got the berry blues.
now you can have your fun and eat it too.
Jello's blue.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire all 3 balls or only 2? But being this is a high-powered Nerf slingshot, you gotta ask yourself, do I feel lucky? Well, do ya?
It's Nerf or nothing.
Think fast. Let's do it.
A is for apple.
J is for Jax.
Cinnamon crunchy apple jack.
Real apples and cinnamon make Kellogg's Apple Jacks an appley sweet part of a complete breakfast.
Appley sweet apple jacks.
He's at the plate, and it's a hit! Major League Mini Baseball pennants. 1 free in specially marked boxes of Kellogg's Apple Jacks. You can collect them.
Cool.
And it's a steal!
Today on Science Corner, I'm going to make water stay in a glass that's upside down.
You can't do that.
Sure I can. First, you have to put a glass under the surface of the water in a bowl and turn it upside down. Then, lift the glass slowly out of the water, leaving the rim in the water, and look what happens, Kel.
How did you do that?
Well, air presses down on the surface of the water, so when you put a glass in the water, air pushes some of the water up into the glass. But when the rim comes out of the water, air no longer supports it and the water falls out.
Well, thanks, Gil, and keep watching Kids Club for more science facts.
Back to our show, gang. Where the heck's that trap door?
All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that science section there. Maybe that's a fun experiment you can do, but remember, get your parents to help you. Oh, hello, Croco, now you decide to fall down on me, huh? All right, I grabbed a couple more kits. I doubt we'll make it all the way through them, but we'll be getting the rest of the inside of the driver door, and then we'll be working on the back door on the driver's side. So let's get that opened up here. There we go. Take those off because I won't be needing those for a little bit. Yeah, old Bill Cosby used to do those gelatin commercials, and then the old Apple Jacks commercials. Those were always a thing. Why do you like them? Well, we just do. They don't taste like apple. Who the hell cares? They're good. That's how I always looked at those. I always liked Apple Jacks. God, I should get a box of Apple Jacks next time I go shopping. Good. Come on, up. There we go. There we go. All right, didn't want that blowing up all over me. Okay. Of course, I can see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's got It's got the taste you can see. It's got the cinnamon sugar swirls all over every bite. Come on, get on my level. Kids, I swear. And even then, that was before Wendell went crazy and killed the other bakers too, though. God rest their souls. Alright, so we just got some inside framing to do real quick. Just got to figure out which ones go where now. Of course, A is probably the largest one, which will go here. I just got to get going the right way. Oh, that's nice. That's great to hear there, Mad Duck. It's always nice when someone like that brings in donuts. It does help brighten the day. All right, let's flip this over again. And okay, yeah, that fits a lot better this way. There we go. There we go. Let's rotate the window control a little bit, because then D, that's only a 2-poker, so that's probably this one right here. And that's got a little indentation where it follows the door down. Push that into place. There we are. Okay. I doubt these two are reversible. So let's put that here. Maybe let's try flipping this over real quick. There, that's better. Yeah, that fits better right there. Oh yeah, you mean the little cookies you can't resist, Cookie Crisp? Yeah. Now which Cookie Crisp commercials are you talking about? Are you talking about the one with just with Chip the Wolf? Are you talking about Cookie Crook and Cookie Cop? Or are you talking about the ones with Cookie Cop, and then Chip the Dog? Because I mean that was a whole cinematic universe there they had in the cereal universe. In the expanded cereal universe, I should say, probably, maybe, but not. Okay, we've got the inside on. All right, now we've got to get the lock on the door, and that is just this one part here. Yeah, just this one part here. Okay, so the one you like is Cookie Crook, Cookie Cop, and Chip the dog when he was still a criminal. Hello, Baron. All right, now we've got the key to insert to the Ecto-1, because again, last time we put the locking mechanism in. Now we put the key mechanism in there, which when that pressed down will unlock the door and allow us to open it up when it's finally placed into the frame. Oh, no, I still see it. We're good. I didn't lose it. All right, we're not going to use the tweezers on that. Then we're just going to... Ketchup is a fruit smoothie. Okay, get out. Get out. Come on, get that pushed into place. There we go. And then that should work. right? I mean, I would hope so. It's in place. I just push it in yet. Start front end lock to slot under the door exterior. Yada yada yada. Next, fix the left door hatch. Yeah. Now we gotta get the frame back out, so we gotta move things around a little bit. The condiment alignment chart. Oh boy. All right. Let's move this aside. We'll move the door over here. Move that up. Now we got to work on the door. So actually, you know what we'll do? Mr. Shortpuff will move back here. Go ahead and get Optimus and Ecto-tron out of here. And I'll try and build this stuff a little bit closer to the camera for you guys. Give you something a little better to look at. It probably won't work as well as I anticipate, will it? No, probably not. Because that will go back here. I believe so, yeah. That will be... No, not this one. Not this part. This one here. Yes? Yeah. And I'll need a BM. Ooh, it's a nice silver non-oxided bolt. Your tweezers are inside the car. Grab one of these bolts, set that there, and it sits. It's gonna sit. Let's see. Starting to wonder. No, it's not that. Actually, no. I've already got the steering column hooked into the tires. So no, I do not need to do a front end alignment. Does that sit that way? Yeah, I think that sits that way. Yeah, that sits that way. But I don't have the steering wheel installed on the Ecto-1 yet. That has not been in the instructions, is the steering wheel itself. But the column is connected to the front axle, and I can show that off in just a minute. Here, let me just get the... There we go. Let's use the smaller head real quick, because this one actually is pretty good for getting everything a little more tighter without stripping the heads out. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, let's move this aside for a second. And let's do some jigography here. As I move things around, trying not to spill everything about. Alright. So, got the tires. They do go side to side. And probably won't be able to see it, but the steering column is in here. And yes, I can see it moving, so no front end alignment necessarily will be needed, at least right now. I hope there won't need to be an alignment, because that is many steps in the past, and I would hate to have to go back and backtrack all of that. So, where are we at? Yeah, but you see, emissions test, okay, true enough, but we're not going to go to California. That place can be haunted for as long as I care. Oh, now we're putting the door in. Now we get to put the door in. Oh boy. This will be exciting. This will be exciting. I mean, it's kind of funny, because you talk about California. In the comics, as we were talking about a little bit earlier today, the IDW comics, again, those kind of take place after the movies and even after the video game. It takes the video game into consideration. And they send the rookie from the video game out to Chicago. And he says he's been having trouble trying to get the business started just because of all the red tape Chicago puts in his way. dealing with all the unions and everything like that. All right, that just should just slip right into here, I think. All right, get that door into place. Now, the only question is, though, I got to get these holes to match up inside the body here. Oh, I'm sure there are functional engines that size, yeah. Where was I looking for? Okay. What bolts do I need to ready for this? I need to ready JMs for this. So let's grab a couple of JMs. Yeah. That's not, there they are. Oh good, they're kind of long bolts too, so that's a good thing. But anyway, the way they got around that in the comics is that in New York they brought on new employees and sent them out to work in Chicago. That's kind of how they got around Chicago's red tape and nonsense there. But it was suggested, oh hey, next time you catch a really gooey Slimer of a ghost, go ahead and just release it in someone's office and see if they change their attitude then. You're like, does that really work? It's worked a couple of times, sort of. All right, let's get that in there so I can hopefully line this up here. Is that catching? It might be catching. Oh, it's a tight fit in there. Come on. No, that didn't catch. That did not catch. Hello, Blue. And even then, that's kind of stiff, too. I mean, the paint is... It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I probably should have something soft there, but I'm also not spinning it around a lot, so... I'm probably causing a lot of people to cringe at all this, actually, to be honest. Come on. Oh, wow, that's a really... Oh, it's a really tight fit there. There is no slip fit in there at all. That is like a press finish almost. Like hand press. Oh. All right, yeah. Yeah, that one caught on immediately, so let's get this bottom one in. Tightened up a bit. We'll kind of have to... All right, let's not get that one in all the way, because we got to kind of use the top bolt here to suck in the top hinge fully. Come on. Okay, that might be it right there. So let's get this bottom one in. No, property damage bill is what makes me a good Ghostbuster. The higher, it's like a high score, you know? That's not fitting in the frame, is it? Bring her up. Close the door. And then let's try and retighten now. Because that's everything in place. More or less forced into place, but in place. Tighten that. We'll tighten that. Oh, look at that. There we go. Door open. Door close. Door open. Door close. Nice. Let's go ahead. Bring this down. The hood is still a little thing, and the hood's probably just a little bit heavy. It's a length because you put a period there and then kept going without a space, like a sentence. That's why there's a period there. But yeah. There we have it. We've got the door. Opens up and closes. Doesn't necessarily seal all that great at the top, though. I got to look into that a little bit further. But it's not that bad, I think. Not that bad. No, it probably won't need lead anywhere to that hood. Unless someone actually has that link made up, which I doubt. Let's just try and tighten everything up. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that's more or less it. Let's just double check the door one more time. Open. That's just something I'm going to have to do when I close the door, is just double check the top of it. But, I mean, that looks pretty good. That little gap will probably be covered up. Well, no, that says the official. That is everything. But yeah, all right. Whew, she's getting heavy. How heavy is the kit? I haven't necessarily weighed it yet, but I'd probably guess she's pushing at least 10 pounds on the frame alone. Maybe 15 including the undercarriage, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't weighed it. But no, she's heavy. There is definitely heft and weight to this thing. Looks like the headlights are still in place, so that's a good thing. Those, unfortunately, do not nestle very well in the grill. Yeah, that looks all right, I guess. And now we're working on the back driver's side door, which this big one right here. I never really used that in the movies because there was always, as you can see right here, there's all these computers and gimmicks, and even the pack rack right back there. So that's what sits right there. I mean, the door will be functionable, but, you know, they never really showed it being used in the movies or anything like that. That'll just sit right in there. And then first thing we got to do is, again, hinge in the hinge plate. Let's go ahead and move this off from there. That way I've got access back to everything. Plate, hinge, and I'll need the washers and the RM bolts. I need 2 of those. Put them in there. Drop the spare in the bag. Put the bag off to the side. Same thing as last time. That sits out like this. Well, I'll do that in a second. Drop that into place. Or did I? Here are the washers. Little rubber washers. Yep, set those there. Toss those off to the side. Set the washers in place. Let's get that hinge back under that plate now. Criminy. Yeah, sometimes the instructions here are like, okay, well, I hope you have 3 hands because you'll probably need them. You'll probably need all 3 and then an extra 2. And I don't know about you guys, but I only have 2 hands. I don't have 3. So you really got to learn to use your fingies. Oh, there we go. And let's get that one in place. Let's go ahead and get, and I like these screwdrivers they supplied in the kits. They've got nice little magnetic ends on them, so don't really got to play the balancing game with the bolts. They just stay right on for most of the time. They'll stay in position, and then you just go to work. That's always a big plus. Unlike the Craftsman ones I have, which are not magnetic, but they are still good for when I need them. Nope. Come on, there you go, back into place. And haha, I did not lose the screwdriver. There we go. And just a little bit more. Nice. All right, look at that. And then we just get to pop in the door handle on the side. Like that. Yeah, shirt apron. I mean, yeah, I do agree. It could help, it would help. But at the same time, a lot of this stuff just flings out on me. So, stuff dropping, yes, that's one thing. But I've had just a lot of stuff just boom, off in a random direction. It's like, well, that's not going to be caught by anything. But it's a good thing that the little tiny bolts and everything contrast very well against the hardwood flooring I have here. And I mean, my God, I'm glad I do not have carpeting in the house. Because then it'd just be like, well, guess I'm SOL. Because then I'd probably never see anything ever again. Oh yeah, using shirts as an apron. No, I get that, yeah. And it's good if things, drop down into my lap. But I've had things that have gone over there, or have just jumped off the table and onto the floor. And I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. They're dancing lights, because there are 4 lights. There will always be 4 lights. No, I don't care what you say. There are 4 lights. And that's the end of this little section of the kit here. Grab the lid. And that's a cuckoo clock telling me it will be 12 o'clock soon. Drop that. Door's done. And now we begin the interior of the door. Yeah, it would be. I mean, luckily they give you at least 1 extra bolt, sometimes 2 extra bolts in the pack. So if you do lose one, it's not the end of the world as we know it. But I'd feel fine. I dropped that. For those of you that might not know, we are planning a special broadcast in a couple weeks on the 4th. We will be doing an interview with Tex, Mike, and Gypsy about the Battletech video, the Warhammer they did not too long ago. It'll be a nice little behind-the-scenes interview kind of thing, what the process was, what they did, and everything like that. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, go ahead and mark your calendars for June 4th. Yeah, June 4th. It'll be Saturday. We'll be doing that about, I think, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, yeah, we got that. All right, just put the door border or the door on here. It's the inside. And this is held in with the SM bolts, which are nice here on top. The SM bolts. I'm about to recycle a Family Guy joke, but we are much lower brow than that. Come on, get on there. All right, here at least on the magnet, I can then use my more dexterous fingers to get that started in place. One. Let's grab the second one. Tahoo! 3. God damn you, Mr. Owl. Why do you have to take that kid's Tootsie Pop? Dick move, if you ask me. God, I hope Mr. Owl became an ink and quill set after that. Kid grows up, finds Mr. Owl again, and just blows him away. As for my Tootsie Pop, Mr. Owl, I asked you a question, you took my Tootsie Pop. God, I wonder how old that commercial is. Because that animation style, very reminiscent of Like, I get HR Puffin stuff vibes from that, and that was, I think, 60s? Oh, we got a follow. Thank you, Xander. Thank you for the follow. I said blows him away. Yeah, the commercial itself, yeah, I mean, like I said, I get 60s vibes, maybe early 70s vibes from that commercial. And, I mean, it worked for him. It worked for Tootsie Pop. I mean, I haven't watched TV itself, aside, from streaming, obviously, but I haven't watched TV itself in such a long time. I'm almost sure they still run those commercials, because they did try more modern versions of those commercials, but they never really stuck around all that much. They never stuck around like that original one with Mr. Owl and Mr. Turtle. I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl. This one goes in the front. How's this one stick on? It looks... Is it? I'm not missing a part, am I? No, that one goes in the front, I think. Yeah, this one goes up here. And that just... What am I missing? Okay, is there... Okay, there's supposed to be... Did I skip a stage? I don't think so. No, I didn't skip a stage. Door frame, yada yada yada. Lock and side panels. Yeah, it's showing. Maybe it's incomplete. Ooh, maybe I got an incomplete part. That would be interesting. 86 the date. Okay, yeah, thanks there, Craven. Yeah, it's like I get 80s. I got 60s vibes from that, early 70s. So yeah, 80. Yeah, look at that, 86 or 68. I mean 68. Wow. Huh. Did I open up the right kit? Yeah, 85. That's, yep, 84. 85, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. That's weird. Because it's showing an extra bar down here that I may not necessarily have, but yeah, that's the bar that goes here in the next stage of the build. Yeah, it's showing the window frame in. Unless, I mean, it's possible that 86 Goat, that they just had these numbered wrong and then printed out wrong. That's weird. It's weird that it would do that. Okay, so I'm not going insane. I'm just naturally crazy. That's good to know. That's good to know. But I still got to figure out how to put this little guy in place. Oh, those cardinals are back. Those cardinals are back. All right, I know this one dropped into place. Tweezers, thank you. This one drops in right here. Yeah. Yes? Yes, that drops in place there. And then this one... Oh, that drops in place this way. Okay, it's making it far more complicated than it needed to be, I guess. Okay, yeah, because that little peg sticks right in there. Okay. Wow. I guess when you see, that's why I was going to like over-examine things, I guess. Do I need DMs for both of those? Yeah, I'll just get all these DMs out and I'll just get those all into place there. And then grab one, move that, and then grab two more for the back one. And then let's get get off there. Right there. this going into place. Loosen that up and get that properly seated. Come on. Get up, Bambi. Let's hold that in place. Does that force it down? Maybe it does. Yeah, that kind of forced it into place. Okay, that's good. We'll come back to that one too. Yeah, it's a very big model. It's a very big model. God, I think it's going to be like almost 3 feet long. I've got the measurement. They sent a poster with the measurements of how big and how wide it's going to be, and it's going to be pretty big. It's going to be pretty big. I mean, this is a long, wide table. It will pretty much fit the entire span of the table going wide. Eventually, one of these days, I'll remember to bring the measurements out or a tape measure and physically show what it is. But today is not that day. Yes, I am enjoying it. I mean, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. Between the Eagle Moss model here and the Blitzway Ecto-1, some numbers are kind of crunched, and I believe this is a little more bang for the buck. So I am pleased with this. I enjoy what this is going on. I've never really built models quite this extensive kind of thing, so it's fun. It's a bit of a challenge, but you know what? You're right, I am enjoying it. Now let's get the locking mechanism on this one. And it's 12 nooner-ish. Which means I'll need to wind the grandfather clock today. And for this, one last DM of the pack. Well, not of the pack, there's still one spare in there. There you go, drop that. Put the spring on there. And then that will go in this direction here. Hello, Night Clerk. Good morning to you as well. It truly is morning where you exist at. For me, it just hit noon. Get that there. Get the peg there. Come on, get the peg in. Peg in. There we go. Come on, seat the nuts. Oh, noon you just got up. Okay, well, I mean, I guess it also depends on what you consider, mornings and everything like that. Do you base your mornings and everything on time or when you're up? Like, breakfast. When is breakfast? Is breakfast any meal before noon? Or is breakfast the first meal of the day? So could you be having breakfast at like 1 o'clock? These are the philosophical questions we must ask ourselves. Not only on an individual basis, not only as a community basis, but as a social basis, as a existence basis. And what is a breakfast food? Is cereal strictly breakfast? Because I had cereal yesterday for what would be considered dinner, because I had a bit of a headache and I did not feel like making anything big because, I was actually doing a stream in the evening not long after I got home from work, so I didn't want anything really complicated that I could possibly still be eating during the stream. So I had Count Chocula. Is that breakfast for dinner or is that dinner for dinner, we do have a whole alignment chart. I think cereal was what? I think cereal might have been true neutral soup. I don't know. I don't have the soup chart. I do not have the soup alignment chart readily available, so I cannot say that. Check posture. There we go. I'm sitting up. I mean, thanks for the posture. Check. But, I mean, you can clearly see how I'm sitting. I'm not, completely magic stripping this, just sitting down like that. No. You can clearly see how I'm sitting. But, again, thank you for the posture check. That's that one. So now we're moving to the interior of this. And actually, if we get this done, is that... Yeah, that's going to be that would be 2 kits in one day, 2 issues in one day. That would be a new record, actually. Okay, you see, there you go, gentlemen. That's a stretch. Let me cut this open here, and I'll give you that stretch because I feel like I can get a stretch. All right, one at a time. I'll get to the hydrate after the stretch. You're going to do this to me, aren't you? You guys are going to do this to me, aren't you? Okay. Get that stretch going. Okay, that one does feel kind of good. And then the hydrate. Like Twitch in all its entirety, you've only started yesterday? Well, welcome to the cesspool. Welcome to the club. At least here on the BPL, we're just going to do whatever the heck we want. So enjoy your time here. We answer to no masters. Well, except maybe the station managers because, they kind of run a lot of the things. But other than that, we don't got no official sponsors or anything like that. Nothing fancy. We don't like being told what to do. Yes, meal times are subject at best. And again, what consists of the meal is also subject at best. I will agree on that. Okay, so first, what's it telling me to do here on the window? I got this, and then, is it telling me to put this long piece? Okay, yeah, I think it's telling me to put the long felt sticker here. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Okay. Signed up for Twitch years ago, but never really... Yeah, the same thing. I never really did watch Twitch either myself. I used to watch a friend back when they streamed on Justin TV. If that gives you a hint on how old I've been using the internet, how long I've been using the internet for. And then when she came over to... when Justin TV and everything came over here to Twitch, things kind of transferred from there. And I think actually I lost that account because it was inactive for so long. But I believe I mostly created the Twitch account, check in on her streams when I could, and then I really started kind of watching Twitch off and on a little more regularly, catching the courtesy flush with Mike. And then I also followed a few friends. I watch a couple of things on Twitch now because of when the whole lockdown and everything was. And come on. Oh, it's a little rough here. Let's see if I'm with BBLs and so that for some time now. Oh yeah. Well, if you know what you've gotten into, good for you. We still don't know what we're getting into, so that's what we've got. Still trying to get this little felt strip peeled off here to get on the inside of the window because, again, more working windows. Yeah. Come on. Can I try the tweezers here? Raid Shadow Legends. Oh my goodness, we just got a gift of tier 1 sub. From Night Clerk, thank you for the gift. I'm sure they will be completely responsible with the powers you gave them and not abuse them whatsoever. There we go. Okay, I got it separated here. And grab and pull. That means you can use emotes now. There, Gar. You can use emotes not only on this page, but other YouTube channels you may go to. And yes, you do have a nice pair of underwear for this month. Yeah, that's essentially what we're going for here, is that this is public access. We do kind of do what we, public access. It's opened up to the BPL community. Now, granted, yes, most of it is gaming. just because, that's kind of just what's easier and a little more natural to do. I'm not saying, haha, I'm the outlier black sheep, but yeah, I am. There are ideas being thrown around, like if a couple people have better internet, like they might do drawing streams on here, other things. But I'm the only one right now doing something other than gaming. But that's because I can do something other than gaming. I've got this big model kit. I put together the engine and all the internals. I've done that in the Discord server. But then they started the Twitch channel here. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna. Oh yeah, you're right. Parallax does do painting at night. You're right. So we do have a couple of me and Parallax. We do something a little bit different. But like they started a Twitch channel up. I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna stream this to the Legion anyway, why don't I just put this up for a couple of hours on the Twitch channel? And that's why. And I got all this set up and everything like that. And again, just a way to share it in general. And plus, it's not like I'm going to run out of parts anytime soon. But what I do is I wait for a build up in parts for this model build. And then I'd build like pretty much everything in the entirety of a weekend. Well, now I just spend a couple hours at a time hanging out with you guys, building this up. And it takes a little bit longer, but you know what? That does give me a chance to get more parts in. All right, now we're putting the door frame on the outside of the door. Yeah, we just got to fit it in properly. Yeah. And plus, I get to share the build with a few more people that, that might not be in the Discord, or just random passersby that say, hey, what the heck is this thing going on Twitch? And there we are. Let's see. It's not all. No, it's not all gaming. It does show a bit of potential, but no. But gaming is just the easiest thing to get started on, is what I'm saying. Not everybody might have a decent webcam set up, or even want to have a webcam set up to show off what they're doing, especially in physical meat space. Digital drawing is one thing. If I wanted to do Clip Studio, I could get that set up through OBS and run an art stream that way. That is very true. All right, got that popped into place. Now, they told me to take the day off. Yeah. Okay, so I've got that popped in place. Now we need some OP. We need some freaking overpowered bolts to get the door frame in place. Some OP bolts. And I'm about to burp in 3, 2. There it is. Let's get these out. One, two, three, 4. I think we need 5 or 6 probably. Let's just grab 5 and 6. And then we'll put that aside, and then they'll probably just go right around the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I only need 5, but yeah, those just go up here, yeah. Pet. Okay, well, I don't have an animal to pet, so I'll just give Mr. Stay Puft a little bit of scratchies behind the hat there. I hope that appeases your use of the goob. Oh, no, you know what? You're right. Here, I'll put the Croconana there. Good boy. Yeah, he likes. Yeah. Go ahead. Just hang out there, buddy. Hang out there, Croconana. I guess I'm going to have to get things out for petting then, huh? Because that petting will be for Tally Cam and any other animal cams that we have. Because I know Bowser, he got a webcam, is starting to kind of set that up, have a nice little Tally Cam when she hangs out with him on his streams. So that'll be nice. And yeah, you might also notice a couple other new goob incentives to use on the channel. Like, I believe one was put up yesterday called Dibs. And the idea behind that one is, after I get a few things straightened out on my side as far as how audio goes, I will be playing I'll be doing some retro gaming. I plan on playing Final Fantasy 7, not 7, no, Lord, no, not 7. I didn't play that game. I wasn't a fan of it. No, Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 4 and Chrono Trigger off my Super NES on stream. And what the dibs will be doing is basically you use dibs, and that will allow you to name the character. So, I mean, obviously, I'll have to abuse my power now and again in case, someone calls dibs and names of something fairly inappropriate. Not only will they, use it now, but, we're not naming anything there, Cookie. But good practice. Obviously, I've got veto power on names. If you want to use a hard R gamer word, obviously we can't use that, and you'll probably be kicked from the channel as well for doing something like that. But that's what that dibs is for, from what I understand. I'm sure if anybody else wants to use it, they can. Yes, Final Fantasy VI. It was not my first RPG. That was actually Final Fantasy IV for me. I rented that from Value Video, I believe is what it was called back in the day. They were like the only video stores that still rented out Super Nintendo games, and even NES games back when I first got my Super. And I played that game inside and out. I learned the hell out of it. And I know that game like the back of my hand. I know I've got a basic idea of when to play, how much to level up in certain areas to beat the bosses relatively easily. And now we just got to put a little bit of chrome fitting in there now. There we go, in the door. And now we need to use the trademarked bolts, the TM bolts for that. I think I have some Breath of Fire on the Super. I don't know. But yeah, I've got cartridges for Final Fantasy. Well, the US titles are 2, 3, and Chrono Trigger. I do have the cartridges for all those games. Eagle Moss, yes. Oh yeah, Adam Savage is doing a wonderful video on his Ecto-1 build where he has weathered the engine out. I didn't want to do that, but yes, he is doing a great one. He's doing a great build. Again, Eagle Moss, yes, they are a very fascinating, a very highly detailed model company. They just have supply chain issues where it comes to getting their parts in stock and shipped out. I know a bunch of guys from the Ghostbusters 2 board game Kickstarter. I backed that game at a level that I necessarily don't want to admit to. But I met 4 other guys that kicked at the same level, and a few of them are getting this Eagle Moss model as well. Unfortunately, they do not have as many kit shipments as I do. So, that's the unfortunacy of that. But again, that's just all on Eagle Moss's side. And oh my goodness, we are pretty much done with another issue. Look at that. You just gotta tighten some bolts in. Tighten a couple more bolts in. Yeah, that's all in place there. Yeah, and we got yeah, look at that. Yeah, and that's the passenger door, right? The back driver's side door. Right then and there. So let's go ahead and just set that there. Drop that off to the side. And you know what? Oh, we're not done. Aha, we still have stickers to put in. I lied. Haha. Oh my. I do see holes in the frame. That's right. Those are on the backside. So never mind. Those holes are on the backside. Adams, he might be weathering his Ecto-1 out to be that. But I know he was working on his weathering before the movie came out. Now, granted, yes, he did work on the film, so he did have knowledge of how the Ecto-1 looked in Afterlife, but I don't think it specifically is supposed to be an Afterlife Ecto-1. I think it's just supposed to be a weathered up version of the model. At the very least, the engine is. I haven't seen any videos of him going into detail of the body yet. And yes, that is a Croconana. I also... he must have fallen behind the couch, but I do have a plant caiman as well. The green Croconana. Yes, this little guy, yes, that is a Croconana. It is a crocodile that looks like a banana, a Croconana. Let's see, my child bought me the Final Fantasy World. Yeah. Oh, it is adorable. Yes, the Croconana is adorable. Okay, yeah, we'll pet the Croconana once again. Who's your go boy? Yes, it is. Alright, and then got some stickers to put on there. It doesn't necessarily... Yeah, well, I mean, it does matter which side they go on, but you can easily tell by the angle of the dangle what side it goes on. I did pet Croconana. Yes, Croconana. So yeah, I guess I'll have to get other things out for the next one. Croconana for scale? Yeah, apparently, yeah, this is Croconana. I think that's the 6 or 8 inch long Croconana. I think it says on the tag. I'll have to double check and look. But yeah, next stream, not next week, because again, like I said, I will not be here next week. I will be at ASEN next weekend, being a goddamn weeb with my weeb friends. But I'll be on the week after that. I'll be here the 4th. All right, Croconana for scale. No, it does not say how big this Croconana is, but Croconana is about this big from tail to snoot. Snoot is for booping, and he sits about a front fender long on the Ecto-1. Okay, and you know what? That's another issue done of that. Just like... Yeah. So the next issue most likely will be the interior of the door, getting the window in place, everything like that, and connecting it to the body. Will be the most of the next issue. Yep. And, yeah, that's this one. We can just look at what issue 24 will bring us. Issue 24, yes, issue 24 is the interior of the window, getting that assembled, getting the rest of the door assembled, and then it looks like we start on the back glass frame here. So that will be in a couple of weeks. It'll be in a couple of weeks when I do that. Again, I will not be here next week, but I will be here on the 4th, not only for my model building stream, but we'll also be holding a special Tex Talks Battletech interview. We will be interviewing Tex, Gypsy, and Mike. So that's Tex's 2 editors, Gypsy and Mike, about the Warhammer video. We are taking questions. If you want to send them to the email, which is wbpl@gmail.com. Put questions in the subject line to help us kind of see what's what. And I think we're also taking them at questions@wbpl.com if you wanted to send any questions in about that. We'll go through them, kind of pick out what are basically the most frequently asked questions and things like that. Because we don't want to answer the same question over and over and over again, which is why we're taking questions via email. I don't know if we'll be taking any from chats. It's possible, but don't quote me on that. We'll be doing that on the 4th. So again, if you're interested, swing around then. Obviously we'll have tweets and everything set up for that. So that might more or less be doing it for the model building section of the stream. And actually, time is running out, so you know what? I guess I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. So, guys, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And I will see you guys next time around. Have yourselves a good Saturday. And, I know we've got other shows coming up today, so check them out. And I'll catch you guys later.